Hello and welcome to today's recording of Assassin's Creed Unity. Today is actually the American Labor Day, so um, happy Labor Day, everyone. Today we're going to be doing, of course, sequence 7 here of Unity. It is day number 69 on our march to Assassin's Creed Unity Odyssey. We're almost there, people. It's going to be fun. You will notice, though, when it loads in, I did a little testing with the sound by going through and picking up the viewpoints on the map. I noticed in the last few days that there's been some issues, and hopefully I have them fully taken care of. Today we're going to talk about our mentor, the Honorable Gabriel Riqueti, Comte de Mirabeau. So, hopefully we have enough time to get through everything because he had a very, very eventful life. But the first thing we're going to do, as you remember, we saved Élise's life yesterday, and we're going to see what Arno wants her to do. And then we'll start talking about Mirabeau.
So,
Seems you've been busy.
tracking down the man who killed your father, yes.
Best of luck. He's killed most of my allies and intimidated the rest into silence. No closer now than I was 2 years ago.
I've seen him.
What? When? Where can I find him?
I'm not sure that's a good idea. He wants you dead, Élise.
What? You want to protect me?
I want to help you. The Brotherhood has resources, manpower.
You cannot be serious. I don't trust the assassins.
Do you trust me? I haven't changed that much, Élise. I'm still the same boy who distracted the cook while you stole the jam. The same one who helped you over the wall into that dog-infested orchard.
All right. Take me to your Brotherhood. I'll hear their offer.
Offer may be a bit strong.
Is that?
Bloody Templar. What's he doing?
Really?
They're a touch paranoid when it comes to security.
2 right turns, 73 steps, then down a flight of stairs, a left and another right. Did I get all that?
What the hell you done this time, pisspot?
The Templars have marked her for death.
So you brought her here?
The Brotherhood has resources, manpower.
Shut up!
Well, what have we here?
Arno?
My name is...
For heaven's sake, take that blindfold off. Ridiculous.
My name is Élise de la Serre. My father was François de la Serre, Grand Master of the Templar Order. I've come to ask for your help.
Continue.
Mirabeau.
Must we rehash this debate again?
We must, and we will, Master Kemar. If you cannot see the advantage in being owed a favor by François de la Serre's daughter, I despair for our future. Continue, Mademoiselle de la Serre.
Oh, here we go.
You are not men with whom I would normally parley, monsieur. But my father is dead, as are my allies within the Order. If I must turn to the assassins for my revenge, so be it.
Parlay my arse! It's a trick! To make us lower our guard. I say we kill her, send her head back as a warning.
Belek.
Enough! Plainly, this discussion is better conducted in private.
If you will excuse us, Mademoiselle de la Serre.
Certainly.
Arno, perhaps you should accompany her. I am sure you two have much to talk about.
You are well, citizen?
Bellic is not happy.
That went about as well as I expected.
Give it time. Mirabeau will talk them around.
Do you really think we'll find him? After all this time?
His luck can't last forever. François Germain believed Lafrenière was...
François Germain?
Yes?
Where is he?
His shop's on the Rue Saint-Antoine. Why? What the... Please? Slow down! Élise!
You're dead weight. The revolution will... This is my patriotic duty!
What are you doing?
Oh, she looks to be walking while you get shot.
Wait for me! Where are you going?
Apparently I needed to turn there.
Where are
I know
you
where
going?
she's going, Arno. You said the street name.
What was that about?
Oh no. François Germain was my father's lieutenant.
What?
He was cast out of the order when I was a girl. Something about heretical notions or Jacques de Molay, I'm not entirely sure. But he should be dead. He died years ago.
Did anyone tell him that?
I would very much like to ask him a few questions.
So would I.
So while we're starting this, let's talk about Mirabeau. He was born March 9th, 1749. At the age of 3, he would have an attack of smallpox that would end up leaving his face scarred.
Upstairs.
That's why he had
That's where
that
his workshop was. It might not even be the
scarring
same
on his
Germain.
cheek.
Tall, grey hair, eyes 2 different colors.
All right, perhaps it is the same Germain. Looks like no one's home.
He would be sent
Don't tell me. It's a trap.
to a boarding school at the age of 5. At the age of 18, he'd enter a military academy in Paris. And when leaving that,
Blow it to bits!
alright, apparently I can't talk and fight at the same time. When visiting a... Oh,
Well, that was bracing.
Just like that time in Marseille.
Bit more blood this time around.
yeah, most of it's on your face, mate.
There's nothing here.
He must have known his bluff wouldn't hold up.
So we've lost him again.
Maybe not. Let's keep looking. Locked. Maybe we could do that. Well, now I know why this wasn't on the official tour.
Arno. Look. It's him. The bastard killed my father.
We have to tell Mirabeau as soon as... I'll take care of this. Meet me at Mirabeau's estate. Stay down. Do you see them?
The windows, across the street. Watch out!
So when he would leave in 1767, he would receive a commission in a cavalry regiment that his grandfather...
You found him. Francois Thomas Germain, Grand Master of the Templars and a sage to boot. By our reckoning, that's the second sage to rise to the Templars' highest rank. A troubling trend. Until we know more about this Germain, stick with Arno. He might have outlived this Grand Master, and that could lead us to his body. Bishop out.
J'imagine que c'est dangereux.
Ça me paraît.
Oh, shit! Move!
His first known love affair would be shortly after he won the hand of the lady to whom his colonel was attached. This would lead to his father obtaining what is called lettre de cachet, and Mirabeau, wow, let's see if I can actually pronounce his, not dealing with these guys, see if I can pronounce his name correctly. His name's, what would happen after his father would receive letters of see if I can say it again. Lettre de cachet, Mirabeau would be imprisoned on the Isle del Rey. Upon release, he would volunteer on the French expedition of Corsica. Here, he would accrue gambling debts, and having another love affair, Mirabeau would show his military genius and his endless curiosity and inquisitiveness by learning the island's traditions and customs. We're going to stop here and get some health. Inside the house. He would be married shortly thereafter, and he would lose judicial separation in 1782. This was only after 6 years of marriage. Mirabeau would be exiled again after a quarrel with a man who insulted his sister. And this time he would be imprisoned at the Chateau d'If via, of course, a lettre of cachet. I must be out of money. I am out of money. And those letters came in 1774. The next year, he would be transferred to the castle of Jiao, where he would be on full leave to go to the city of Pontellier. There's the roof. Here, he would meet a woman by the name of Marie Therese de Manier, and he would escape to Switzerland, where she would wow, let me try this again. He would escape to Switzerland. Afterwards, he would go to the United Provinces, where Manier, who typically went by the name Sophie, would meet him. Alright. Upstairs. Come on. Up the stairs, dude.
Élise? Monsieur Mirabeau?
No, it would be... Oh,
Élise?
that went quick.
Élise? What is this?
I found him like this. I didn't.
Of course not. But I have to report this to the council immediately. They'll know what to do.
No! They don't trust me as it is. I'll be their suspect, first and last.
You're right. Of course you're right.
What are we going to do?
We find out what happened.
What is that?
It's the weapon that killed your father.
That's a Templar badge of office.
What's it doing here?
Painting a picture.
Looks like he was expecting a visitor.
Who?
Master Kema. A handkerchief. A lady's handkerchief.
So, we can count half the noble women of Paris as suspects, then?
Maybe one of the staff will recognize it. Poison.
Let me see that. Aconite. Hard to detect unless you know what you're looking for.
Popular with Templars, is it?
With anyone who wants to get away with murder. But yes.
Alright, so now we must go and speak to Master Quamar. Actually, let's see if we can... I'm surprised I can't talk to him. Can I talk to you? Nope. It's Élise. Alright, so where's Master Quamar? Ah, there he is. He's in the... He's over there. Alright, now that I see the green dot, I'm sure people were screaming at me. You guys are just like, no, you don't see the dot. Well, I didn't. Alright, so let's try to run through the streets while I tell you about Mirabeau. So it was at this time that he would be condemned to death at Pontellier for sedition and abduction. In May 1777, he'd be besieged by the Dutch and sent to France to be imprisoned at the castle at Visigny. He'd be released in August 1782, while not only succeeding in reversing the death sentence, but he also got an order for Sophie's husband to pay for it. This would lead him to be condemned by the judge, but this would make him create a reputation as a man of the people.
Ah, Monsieur Dorian. What can I do for you?
Mirabeau is dead.
Dead?
Murdered.
I knew this truce would come to a bad end. I'll have to summon the rest of the council to deal with this.
Élise had nothing to do with it. I'll stake my life on that fact. Please, give me a little more time. I'll find the killer.
Very well. You have until tomorrow morning. No later.
Mirabeau was poisoned with aconite.
Poison? Do I need to point out that that particular strain is a favorite of the Templars?
You do not. Where might one acquire aconite in such strong concentrations?
Any doctor could prescribe it in diluted form. I myself take a tincture of aconite from my heart. It's strictly regulated, of course. But I do know of an apothecary in Le Marais who's willing to overlook such petty legal matters.
Thank you.
Alright, so let's go speak to the apothecary. So Sophie would console herself with his prison time with a young officer whose death actually led her to commit suicide. After traveling to the Dutch Republic, England, and Germany, Mirabeau would be asked to offer himself as a candidate for secretary to the Assembly. To the secretary to the Assembly of the Notables, in which King Louis XVI convened in 1788. And in 1789, when the Estates General was summoned, he would offer to assist the preliminary conference of the Second Estate, which would be the nobles. Oh, over maybe? Do you want to do something other than stand there, mate? Bye.
I'll fit you. Il va se faire mal.
And the Second Estate actually would reject his petition, his willingness to serve. Though he would appeal to the Third Estate and would end up being elected to the Estates General for 2 cities.
Bonsoir. I wonder
Shit.
if you might...
Not again.
Well played.
Wait. Damn you, come back here. Slow down. Wait.
Don't hurt me.
I feel like I'm gonna have to do this one again.
I just have a few questions.
Let me be.
Apparently he missed his turn.
Be angry, citizen.
Get down.
Over here.
So,
Please. I never told anyone. I did just as you said.
What are you talking about?
You're with the other one, aren't you? The hooded man.
Tell me about this other one. Who is he?
I don't know. I never saw his face. Ah! He threatened to kill me if I didn't give him the poison. I didn't ask questions. Ah, I keep only a small quantity in stock. He took that straight away, but he told me where to drop off the second dose.
Second dose?
Here. That's all I know. I swear it. Ah!
Go on, then. Think of this as a wonderful story to frighten your grandchildren with.
Well,
You were right. He gave our mysterious killer the poison. And he said the killer wore a hood, like mine.
well, there are shades of grey in every good story.
If we've been betrayed from within...
That would explain why the killer tried to frame me.
Here. This is where the apothecary delivered his wares.
What are we waiting for?
stubborn woman, isn't she? Oh, oh boy. Oh, oh. Did anyone else just hear my neck pop? That hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay. Ah, that feels better. Alright, so the next, so what Mirabeau would do after his, since he was born a noble, he would try to get into with the second estate. But when you are basically told, you have a bad reputation with your own estate because of, basically the judge would have been a noble, but you have a good reputation with the third estate or the common people, you would appeal to them if you want to try to lead your country. Oh, that doesn't go well. Alright, let's just try to run here. So he would appeal to the Third Estate. He would be elected in both, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's AI? It's like AIX or somewhere along those lines, and Marcel. And he would accept for Ayu, I think. At least that's how I'm going to pronounce it. Am I running? No, I'm not. I thought I was running away because of that big, stupid dot that the app has put on my game. So he'd be present at the opening of the Estates General on May 4th, 1789. He'd soon emerge as a leader with the hope to establish a French government much like the British government. And what I mean by that is what's called a constitutional monarchy. In August, he would also play an important role in drafting the Declaration of the Rights of Man. And while working on in the National Assembly, he would serve as a member of over there. So we're going to take that second bridge. He'd emerge as a leader, trying to establish a constitutional monarchy, and in August he'd play the role of helping with the drafting of the Declaration of the Rights of Man. Did I miss a high point? I must have. That's funny. I clearly missed one. I thought I got them all. So where is it then if I missed this one? It's got to be up on this building. Yep, there it is. We're going to grab this high point and then do the mission. I can't believe I missed it. Yep, it's all the way over there. So after that, while working in the National Assembly, he would serve as a member. He was a Jacobin. He was a member of the Jacobin Club. And while the group would stand in Mirabeau's way for most of standing in the way that he wanted to restore royal authority. Are you seriously climbing back up the way I told you to? Sometimes this game is nothing but a ball of frustration. While they stood in his way, he would be elected president in December of 1790. But back in June, he would meet with the captive Queen Marie Antoinette in St. Cloud, as she was less watched there as she was in Paris. With his connection to the Queen, he drew up many state papers for her in return of the king paying his debts from money from Austria. And he would actually give him a monthly subsidy of 60,000 francs. And he would promise him more money. There's an argument that Mirabeau was actually not a traitor to the revolution. As many actually believe that he would continue to hold up his political beliefs, and he'd try as much as possible to. There is no drop. to actually bridge between the revolutionaries and the king. In 1791, he contracted, here's another thing I'm not good with medical terms. Pericarditis, which is basically an inflammation of the fibrous sac around the heart. Even with his continuous medical attention, he'd perform his duties as president of the National Assembly until his death on April 2nd, 1791. He would be aged 42. All right. So he would receive this grand burial, and if it wasn't for him, the Pantheon. We'll get to here after the
What do you
video.
hope to find here?
This is where the apothecary says he delivered the poison. I'm hoping I can pick up a trail and follow it back to the source.
Pick up a trail. Are you a bloodhound now?
Something like that.
She doesn't know about his gift. Up we go.
The trail ends here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. No. Wait here.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not letting you go in there alone.
Élise. I have to do this myself. Please.
I understand.
You'd better come back to me.
That's the plan, honey.
Do what you must.
So he would have, Mirabeau would receive a grand burial. And it was for him that the Pantheon was created as a burial place for great French men. Now you'll see within the game that the Pantheon is here, already made. So I'm not sure if the date is wrong for its creation in game, or if it's just was started to be used as a burial place with him. In 1794, after his dealings with the king were uncovered a few years before, his remains were removed for those of John Paul Marat.
Balak.
Should have known it'd be you that find me. Only question is, what happens now?
You poisoned Mirabeau!
He poisoned us! Peace with the Templars is a fairy tale.
And you're the only one who can save the Brotherhood?
You think it's the first time this has happened? The first time that the Assassins have been forced to purge their leadership? The first time that the Order has built itself back up from nothing to power? No. Masyaf, Monteregione, the American colonies. It's all happened before. And we have risen anew, stronger than ever. But now, we've lost our purpose, Arno. We mired ourselves in politics and revolutions, but we're not a nation. We're an army. And in an army, making peace with the enemy is called treason. No, I'm not the only one that can save the Brotherhood. We can. Together.
Balak. You know I can't do that.
That's a pity.
Belek, please. Come back to the council with me. We can resolve this like reasonable men.
Reasonable men don't treat with Templars, boys. You disappoint me, Pisspot.
I'm not gonna get staggering strikes either because I don't have that.
You're a stubborn little fuck, aren't you?
Ask anyone.
Let's go, QTEs! So, when Mirabeau's ties to the king was uncovered, they removed his remains from the Pantheon in 1794 for those of John Paul Marat. And what they would do with his remains were to bury them anonymously in the graveyard at Clamart. And in 1889, they performed multiple searches, but were unable to find his remains as they were buried in an unmarked grave. So, often consider, alright, I'm done dealing with this.
I had hopes for you.
QTE!
I thought you could think for yourself.
I can, Belek. I just don't think like you.
This looks painful.
Open your eyes, boy.
His face is all black.
Put entire villages to the sword just for the chance. Killing one assassin. Tell me, in your vast experience, what have you seen?
I've seen the Grand Master of the Templar Order take in a frightened orphan and raise him as his own son.
Don't think his face was to look that black. And then be 100% clean. So that's crazy. Dang it. So yeah, Mirabeau in his lifetime was considered a great man, and then as soon as the people of this country saw that he was still talking to the king, they said, nah mate, we're done with you. And it's just overly ridiculous, because they don't know what he was doing, and they found eventually that there were letters that basically said, no, I was trying to keep things civil and bring them together. So it's
Arno!
I'm fine. Stay there.
it's rough.
I should have left you to rot in the Bastille! Tell me, did you ever really believe in the Creed? Or were you a Templar-loving traitor from the start?
It doesn't have to be this way, Belek.
You're the one who's making it so! If you just see sense, we could take the Brotherhood to a height we've not seen in 200 years!
Yes, killing everyone who disagrees with you is a brilliant way to start your rise from the ashes.
Look out!
So, now we see the heart of it. It's It's not Mirabeau that's poisoned your mind, it's her. She's the last piece of this god-fucked lunacy.
Belek.
You'll thank me for this. One day.
No, they're taking the HUD away so you can't tell when he attacks.
Oh no!
You had your chance, piss pot. Should've listened to me, boy. You had your chance, piss.
Shot me.
Finish it.
Oh no!
So yeah, it's just a crappy thing that happened to Mirabeau after his death. And it's really unfortunate that we don't know where his remains are. Well, I guess that's fully a true sentence because we just know where he was buried or where they labeled him to have been buried.
You had your chance, piss. Do it. You got an ounce of conviction, and you're not just a love-addled milksop.
Bye, my old friend.
You'll kill me now.
Thank you, my friend.
Gotta get you back to that boy of yours in one piece. Don't we, piss pot? Drop this. Well, I'll be damned. So you're really going through with this?
Your protege vouches for her. Don't you trust him?
With my life, it's the girl I don't trust. Nothing I can say to convince you.
I'm afraid not.
Thought not. Chin.
Chin.
Repose en paix.
Repose en paix.
We got another one.
Bloody hellfire. Sorry to interrupt, you know, what was quite a poignant moment, but we've got more trouble. Bishop, are you there?
I hear it. You know what to do.
Opening a bridge now.
You know, Deacon, I think Abstergo are still riled up about your job last month.
Oh, you don't say. Okay, the bridge is open. Go.
You can't snoop around Abstergo's data without ruffling a few feathers, right?
Well, we didn't just snoop, did we? We stole their data, destroyed their precursor samples, and what else? Oh yeah, we melted a few of their servers.
That'll do it.
So from the sounds of it, this happens a few months after Black Flag. The way he talks, because of the way and what he describes happening. And I don't know if you can tell based on the voice, so I'm just going to come out and tell you that Deacon is Sean from Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Rogue. Oh, not Rogue, he wasn't in Rogue. He was in 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, and 4.
See you on the other side.
Alright. Sewer exit, huh?
Here we go again. Back inside a mess of broken code. This time, the portal is above you, a few hundred meters.
Well, this is great. World War II.
Okay, as before, you can't linger. Unfinished memories are way too dangerous. You need to find a way out. I'll guide you as best I can.
Imagine seeing a guy climb the Eiffel Tower like this. Be totally crazy. So, when we're in revolutionary France, the character of Arno is essentially the character of Arno, but it's your avatar. And when he is in the bridge servers, he's nothing but digital code and an avatar. So that alone is crazy to me. There we go. I wish we could actually just look at the Eiffel Tower. Try not to touch that electrified metal. I think that's an instant death if you do. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. This is a steel, wrought iron building. Horrible. Alright, at least this time I can see where it's one more run, we got it. This thing's so slow to turn. It's funny though to see a revolutionary French assassin shoot a machine gun at an airplane though. Well, that one kind of made my heart jump a little bit. Because that jump would suck. Or not jump, that drop.
There it is. Your way out. Hurry!
Because that's a long friggin' way down. Come on, faster, Arno. Faster, faster, faster. Into the... Really, dude? Dude! Apparently, that was my fault. You needed to get into this one. How ridiculous is that? They do some crazy things that I wouldn't even consider doing. Like, who in their right mind would think to, not only think to do that, think that it was a good idea? Time to climb. I think we're right there. Dude, what are you doing?
I don't want to alarm you, but the portal is highly unstable.
They're all highly unstable.
Damn it, it's gone. Keep going. We can reopen it.
Now we just have to jump off.
You'll have to jump.
Top of the Eiffel Tower. Alright, so we're gonna wait for this to reload. Because that is actually the end of sequence number 7. If you have... That one was actually not too bad. I mean, we had to shoot some people that we... Our mentor, really. Not just see the mentor die, but your personal mentor. It's kind of rough on Arno, but I think it's showing really what he thinks of Élise and how much he cares for her over everything else. It's almost like the assassins for him are just the means to an end. But with that said, I hope you have enjoyed the content that I have provided as much as I've enjoyed providing it. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you have enjoyed it. Take a look at the links in the description below for my website and my social media. And until next time, have a great night.